Hello, I'm Jay Lerner, the Inspector General for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the FDIC. We're pleased to announce the recent issuance of our evaluation report on critical functions in FDIC contracts. The FDIC relies heavily on contractors to support a wide range of activities at the agency. In fact, the FDIC's operating budget for outside services is well over $500 million for this calendar year 2021, and this represents a 43% increase over last year and about 24% of the overall operating budget for the agency. We conducted this evaluation to determine whether a contractor was performing critical functions as defined by the Office of Management and Budget, OMB, and whether the FDIC provided sufficient management oversight of the contractors performing such functions. Today, I'm here with Terry Gibson, our Assistant Inspector General for Program Audits and Evaluations, to discuss our findings and recommendations. Terry, please give us an overview of the report and its findings.
Thank you, Jay. By way of background, if agencies do not effectively oversee their contracts and establish strong control environments, contractors could inappropriately influence government decision-making and an agency could lose control of its mission and operations. In response to this risk, in September 2011, OMB provided guidance. This guidance focuses on managing the performance of inherently governmental functions and critical functions in order to ensure that government action is taken as a result of informed, independent judgments made by government officials. OMB defines a critical function as one that is necessary to the agency being able to effectively perform and maintain control of its mission and operations. Typically, critical functions are recurring and long-term in duration. The contractor that was the main focus of our review performed a range of cybersecurity and privacy support services for the FDIC. These services are critical to ensuring the security and protection of the FDIC's information technology infrastructure and data. We considered these services to fit the OMB definition of critical functions. A breach or disruption in these services could impact the security, confidentiality, integrity, and availability of FDIC information. Therefore, the FDIC needed proper oversight of the critical functions performed by the contractor to ensure such a breach or disruption of service did not occur. For 2019, this contractor's services comprised 38.3% or $16.2 million of the FDIC's annual operating expenses for information security and privacy, which totaled $42.3 million. We determined that the FDIC did not have policies and procedures for identifying critical functions in its contracts as recommended by OMB and embodied in industry standards. Therefore, while we determined that the contractor performed critical functions at the FDIC did not identify these services as critical functions during its procurement planning phase. As a result, the FDIC also did not implement heightened contract monitoring activities for critical functions as outlined in OMB guidance and best practices identified and used by other government agencies. Such heightened contract monitoring activities would include 1. Performing a procurement risk assessment, 2. Establishing a management oversight strategy, 3. Conducting periodic reviews, and 4. Providing formal reports to the FDIC Board of Directors on an individual and aggregate basis. Without these best practices in place, the FDIC could not be assured that it would provide sufficient management oversight of this contractor or other contractors performing critical functions. In particular, the FDIC may not ensure that it has an adequate number of employees with the appropriate training, experience, and expertise to oversee the procurements of critical functions. We made 13 recommendations in this report. The recommendations include incorporating provisions of OMB guidance into the FDIC's policies and procedures, identifying critical functions during the procurement process, and implementing heightened contract monitoring for critical functions.
Thank you, Terry. We expect that this report will bring about enhanced controls in this area in order to make improvements at the FDIC and to ensure that there is proper oversight and management of FDIC contracting. To view this report and our other oversight work, please visit our website at fdicoig.gov, and you can follow us on Twitter at FDIC_OIG. Thank you for joining us today.